So what I'm going to do is put some new foot valves on here. What it is, it's a check valve. You can see that one's actually letting water back out. So that's the reason that needs to be replaced. Let water in, but not back out. If you look in here, you can see that there's a valve that seats against there. So it'll let water up, but it won't let it back down. So I'm going to install these in the cisterns. These are brand new. These have been frozen in water several times, so that water's actually damaged them. Very old and worn out. Yeah, see, that one's draining back also. So after 6 days of being home and heavy rain since I got here, I figured I'd get down the trail and pick some of these watermelon berries. I recorded 10 inches of rain in the rain gauge since Thursday when I got home. Today is bright and sunny and time to get things done. So my food barrels, I'm not real happy with the way that they're strapped to the tree. I'm going to line all 4 food barrels up against this rock that I have here. I'll force some anchors in there and just run the steel cable to secure the barrels. I'll just strap that to the rock and be done with it. I need this path to get my snow machines through and my ATV too. I don't really use it for the ATV as much as I do the snow machines in the winter. I'm going to need to get the chainsaw for this. I'll come back and get that later. Yep. I'll put them all across there. So I'm going to collect some watermelon berries on my way down to the lake. Checking my game trail cameras, and I'll just pick some berries that are right off the trail. They're all over the place, but I don't need to pick a whole lot of these. I'll save all my berry picking for the blueberries, which I'll probably harvest in about 2 weeks. I'll get out and get quite a few blueberries, but just 1 jar of the watermelon berries is enough, and I'll just eat them raw. So later today I need to get down to the high tunnel garden location, and I want to get that tilled up. There's a bunch of fireweed that's growing in there. Just need to turn the dirt over, get it all mixed in. I'll check on those potatoes and garlic that I planted, but as soon as I planted them, there was no rain for the following month, so that did them no favors. Neither are doing very well. So today's August 10th, and it's opening day for grouse and ptarmigan. I brought the 22 long rifle along with me, and if either species shows up, then I'll hopefully have one or two of them for dinner. Not really expecting to see them, but just brought the 22 along just in case. So as you can see, the watermelon berries are pretty much everywhere along this trail and all throughout the brush. Well, this little jar is about full, and I think this is all I'm going to pick for today.
Well, so somebody messed with that camera. See how bent up that bracket is. Gotta come down here and pick all this wood up, get it up the hill. It's a tree that got knocked down in last year's big windstorm in January. Some on this side of the trail too. Get all that out of there.
There's a little bit more room in this jar. I'm going to top it off, and that'll be it for the berries today. So if you remember in the winter, the snow was above all these alders that I'm driving through right now. So this is probably my second most productive game trail camera. Get quite a bit of activity down here. The bear's playing with the canoe and the box that I have down here. So hopefully in the next week I can take the canoe across the lake and go fix my targets. I have some targets at 1,000 yards and another one's out at a mile. It's going to be a little bit of an expedition going to retrieve and fix those. So off to the right, you can see the high tunnel garden location. We'll go up and get the tiller and then come back down. So also off to the right here, you can see this little patch of black spruce, almost like perfect Christmas trees. There's probably 400 of them in one little patch. So I'm back up at the cabin now. I'm going to go and grab the tiller, back down the trail again.
Well, here's a potato, and the garlic is planted up in here. Everything stops right here. Pretty good soil, but I do have some rocks. This is the biggest rock right here. I drove all these posts down as far as I could. They're 8-foot posts, so I have at least 2 feet of every post in the ground. That's all that's required, but I don't like how loose it is. It'll just come right out. So I have to bore some holes in the rock and get these set in the rock, or I'm going to lay logs along here and bore holes in the logs and use that as the base of the high tunnel. We'll see how that works out. I may or may not do that. We get some pretty severe winds up here sometimes, so sitting down in here it shouldn't be so bad, but I still want to play it safe. I don't want the whole high tunnel to blow away, so. I'd love to get the high tunnel up and going. I just haven't had the time.